belly, I am the claw. Never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm a street fighter, I'm a prayer for peace. I'm a holy roller, I'm a honeybee. I am the truth, I am a lie. I am the ground, I am the sky. I am the silence, I am the call. Never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm the underbelly, I am the claw. Never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm a street fighter, I'm a prayer for peace. I'm a holy roller, I'm a honeybee. I am hope, I am defeat. I am broken, I am complete. I am the grace, I am the fall. Never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm the underbelly, I am the claw. Never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm a street fighter, I'm a prayer for peace. I'm a holy roller, I'm a honeybee. I am the beggar, I am the queen. I am the end, I am the means. I am the hammer, I am the wall. Never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm the underbelly, I am the claw. Never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm a street fighter, I'm a prayer for peace. I'm a holy roller, I'm a honeybee. I am a victor, I am the loss. I am a prophet, I am the cost. I am the sad, I am the sting. Never know, never one thing. I'm the underbelly, I am the claw. Never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm a street fighter, I'm a prayer for peace. I'm a holy roller, I'm a honeybee. I am a mother, I am the child. I am the meek, I am the wild. I am the witch, I am the saint. I am alive, never one thing. I'm the underbelly, I am the claw. Never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm a street fighter, I'm a prayer for peace. I'm a holy roller, I'm a honeybee. I am the lion, I am the swan. I am the bull, I am the fawn. I am a woman, I am the rain. I am my own, never one thing. I'm the underbelly, I am the claw. Never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm a street fighter, I'm a prayer for peace. I'm a holy roller, I'm a honeybee.
Good morning. This is a vibrant and busy time at First Unitarian Universalist Church of Austin. So before we formally begin our worship service, we invite you to lend your attention to a few brief announcements that will let you know about some ways to get involved in the life of the church. Last week, we kicked off our annual stewardship drive with Commitment Sunday. So if you're new to the church, please bear with us today. Our announcements might be a little bit longer than usual as we continue to offer several messages encouraging our members and longtime church participants to make a financial pledge in support of our mission. We hope it demonstrates how much this religious community can come to mean to folks. On each Sunday, we light candles in the sanctuary and along the windows to mark sacred moments in our lives. We encourage you to light candles during the prelude, the music for meditation, or the postlude. October's senior lunch will be on Wednesday the 8th and will feature Reverend Carrie Holly Hurt, who will talk a bit about her background and why she went into the ministry. The lunch includes soup and salad for a suggested donation of $5. Actually, being a senior and RSVPs are not required. Vespers is starting back up. Reverend Carrie and Aubrey will be with us every second Tuesday of the month from 6:30 to 8 p.m. And please join us for a light meal followed by a deep dive into one of our hymns. Our first Vespers will be October 14th. Please join us on November 1st at 5 p.m. for the fundraiser that benefits Bikes Across Borders, where folks bicycle to Mexico and then donate their bicycles to the local labor leaders. The 2026 pledge drive, as I mentioned, kicked off last week. Thank you to everyone who has already pledged. Our stewardship chair will be giving us an update today about how much has been collected so far, but we think we're off to a great start. If you haven't pledged already, you can show your love for First UU by making your annual pledge right now. Please go to www.austinuu.org or use the QR code on the order of service, or visit the stewardship table in House and Hall to make your pledge. We will celebrate the end of our pledge drive with a Celebration Sunday party on Sunday, October 19th. That's 2 weeks from today. Please RSVP so we can have enough food and ice cream for everyone. You can RSVP for Celebration Sunday at the stewardship table in House and Hall after the service using the QR code on the back of the pews or on the church website, www.austinuu.org. Stewardship also desperately needs volunteers to help us reach out to those who haven't pledged and help with Celebration Sunday. If you get a text or a call from a stewardship volunteer, please be kind and pledge generously. Let's show how the transforming power of love can make a difference. Each Sunday, one of our caring companions is designated to be available at the front of the sanctuary after the service to listen to any immediate pastoral needs and assist you with connecting to additional pastoral support if you would like. There's a change in what you see in the order of service. Today's caring companion will be Carolyn Grimminger. So Carolyn, will you please stand up and wave your arms? Thanks very much for filling in. Finally, please welcome our stewardship chair, Mary Overton, for a brief update on our progress.
Thank you, Susan. As she said, I'm Mary Overton, chair of the stewardship team here at First UU. We are wearing our stewardship bling today. If you have questions about stewardship, if somebody has one of these or some of these, please come ask them any questions you have. Yes, we began our pledge campaign, Living Love, last Sunday, and I'd like to update you on our progress. Our goal is $825,000. We've received commitments for 2026 of $286,000, about a third of our goal. We've received over 70 pledges of our 320 pledge goal, or about 22%. If you have pledged for 2026, thank you so much. We appreciate your generosity. If you haven't, now is a great time. Our goal of $825,000 is not aspirational. Our goal hasn't changed in the past 3 years that I have been chair of stewardship. It keeps operations at the same level without pay increases for our dedicated staff, by continuing to defer maintenance on our campus, and by possibly not adding a second Sunday service. So, we really, really need you to be generous. To be able to do these other things, we really need to raise about $1 million worth of pledges. And we ask you to please pledge by October 16th so that we have lots and lots to celebrate on Celebration Sunday. Please be as generous as you are able, and as we have said before, don't give until it hurts. Give until it feels good. Thank you.
Now, let all of us who have gathered in beloved community, whether in virtual space or in person, join our spirits in worship together.
Good morning. Welcome to First Unitarian Universalist Church of Austin. We are a spiritual community dedicated to a free and responsible search for truth, meaning, and beauty. I'm Reverend Chris Jimerson, lead minister. I am white, a week less than 63, and my pronouns are he, him. It's a joy to be with you today. I especially want to welcome you if you're new to the congregation. If you are joining us remotely, and if you can, please say hello in the comments and let us know from where you're viewing the service. If you're here in person, please join us for social hour after the service. Either way, we invite you to fill out our online visitor form at austinuu.org. Just click on worship, scroll down to the form for visitors, click on that link, and then fill that out. We would love to get to know you just a little bit better. Whether you're joining us here in person or online, you are welcome here. You belong here. We come from a long tradition of sensing that an ocean of divine love flows through each of us. And it's in this tradition that I invite you to greet the holy among us this morning, either by turning to those around you here in the sanctuary or in the comments online.
I'm Susan Thompson. I'm privileged to be your lay leader this morning. I am a tall, white woman, not as tall as I used to be, because I'm older than I used to be. It seems often to be a fact of aging, as that height goes down as age goes up. My pronouns are she, her. Please join me in the words by which we light our chalice. This is the flame we hold in our hearts as we strive for justice for everyone. This is the light we shine upon systems of oppression until they are no more. This is the warmth we share with one another as our struggle becomes our salvation. Our call to worship this morning is based upon First UU Church of Austin's religious values. So I'm going to read the words in plain text and invite you to join with me in reading those in italics. Please see the text on our screens or that we provided in your order of service. There we go. Now let us worship together. Now let us celebrate our highest values. Transcendence, to connect with wonder and awe of the unity of life. Community, to connect with joy, sorrow, and service with those whose lives we touch. Compassion, to treat ourselves and others with love. Courage, to live lives of honesty, vulnerability, and beauty. Transformation, to pursue the growth that changes our lives and heals our world. Now we raise up that which we hold as ultimate and larger than ourselves. Now we worship together. So please rise either in body or spirit, and let us sing together hymn number 86. So there's 85 in your order of service. 86 is the correct number. It's in the gray hymnal, Blessed Spirit of My Life.
One of the things that binds First Unitarian Universalist Church of Austin together as a religious community is that we have a common religious purpose. For this church, that common purpose is our mission. We put it on our wall in the sanctuary, and we say it together every Sunday so that we can carry it with us in our hearts throughout the week. Let's do so now. Together, we nourish souls, transform lives, and do justice to build the beloved community.
Think of your fellow man, lend him a helping hand, put a little love in your heart. You see it's getting late, oh please don't hesitate, put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see. Another day goes by and still the children cry. Put a little love in your heart. If you want the world to know, we won't let hatred grow. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see, wait and see. People now, take a good look around, and if you're looking down, put a little love in your heart. I hope when you decide, kindness will be your guide. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see. Put a little love in your heart each and every day. Put a little love in your heart. Come on, people now. Put a little love in your heart each and every day. Put a little love in your heart. Come on, people now. Put a little love in your heart each and every day. Put a little love in your heart. You know we need it now. Put a little love in your heart. Everybody say, put a little love in your heart. A little louder now. Put a little love in your heart. I need your help, man. Put a little love in your heart each and every day. Put a little love in your heart. Come on, people, sing. Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart. Come on, y'all, now sing. Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart. Every day, every day. Put a little love in your heart.
Okay, it is now our time for all ages. Anyone who would like to join us for a book up here, come on up. Any of our young ones who would like to join us up here. Soul is at U this week, so I think she's going to be smiling a lot this weekend, which is why she left us this book, Miles of Smiles. Has anybody been to U before? Yeah, I've heard it's a magical place. It is a kind of a camp conference center where UUs can gather and have some really awesome experiences together. All right, so our focus this month in RE is compassion. And there's so many different ways that we can experience compassion and show others compassion. And it's one of the easiest ways is to smile, right? Baby gives her mom a smile. Mommy keeps it for a while. She passes it to Mrs. Glass, who shares it with her first grade class. The smile makes Sebastian beam. He takes it to his soccer team. The score is down. Coach starts to mope. Roberto's smile gives him hope. It makes its way to Valerie, who missed the goal and hurt her knee. Val sends the smile to her gran. It goes to Jim, the garbage man. Jim takes the smile to his boss, who's had a day that's made him cross. The boss goes out for dinner later. The smile cheers up Ed, the waiter. Ed gives it to a boy named Shane to soothe him when he breaks his train. Oh. When Shane arrives at Grandpa's place, the smile brightens up his face. Gramps walks the smile across the street and gives his neighbor Anne a treat. Anne seals the smile in a letter to make her sick niece Jen feel better. Jen takes the smile for a run. She waves to puppies having fun. One pup, who's made his getaway, sees Baby and wants to play. The mommy laughs, then she thinks maybe Pup gives the smile back to Baby. Welcome to our neighborhood party. And that's miles of smiles. So let's see if maybe you can share your smiles with someone else today when you go out from church. Perfect timing. And for now, let's take our smiles out to the playground.
So it's now my pleasure to welcome Biz Thornton up to the pulpit to talk to us about stewardship.
Let me get this off, maybe fix whatever's, oh no, I can see myself up there. I don't know if that's better or worse. I was gonna make a joke about how I can't see myself, so I can't fix it, but now I can, and that's Wonderful. Good morning, everybody. I will attempt not to look, but hello, screen. You're my friend, too. Good morning. My name is Bis. If you'd like to know how to refer to me, you can use he or she pronouns. Switch them back and forth or pick one. Those are the options for Bis. If you'd like a visual description, I am a white androgynous person in a black and white shirt with new glasses. I don't know how to describe these. They're sort of cat's eye, I guess. And shoulder-length hair. And I am here in the pulpit today as a member of First UU Church of Austin. Let me tell you why I give money to this church every single month. I want the lights to stay on. Okay, thank you. I'm kidding, but I'm not. In my mind, there's a big set of filing cabinets. That's how I sort my memories. Let me tell you what's filed inside the folder that says First UU Church of Austin. I'm holding an offering plate in my hands for the very first time as an usher and looking up at the chalice on the wall and thinking that this is the first time I've ever felt like the member of a church. I'm walking through the kitchen on a Tuesday night, filling up a plate of food for dinner before our Vespers service, and we're all treating the church like it's our home. It's a place where we are welcome, where we can give and receive hospitality, where we can enjoy a meal and conversation, and my heart feels so open. I'm sorting bright green acorns on a table in the courtyard while I listen to the service going on in the sanctuary through my headphones, and I'm feeling grateful that there's room in this church for me to be here even when I have to make up my own way of being here. I'm in Housen Hall, looking at Scott's shirt on the wall and thinking about how he counseled me through struggles in my faith inside of a coffee shop that no longer exists because it's hard to find space in Austin anywhere for anyone. All of this love and all of this beauty, we find it when we nourish souls, transform lives, and do justice to build the beloved community. And there are some problems only money can solve. And that's why I give money to this church. I want the building to be here as a true sanctuary for those who are weary, whether that is here in this room, across the world through video, or beneath the trees in our courtyard. I want the kitchen to remain full of food for us when we're hungry. I want the building to be staffed by wonderful people like our kitchen witch, Aubrey, who cooks those incredible meals for us. I want to have a place to memorialize those we have lost, like the butterfly wall in the hall, or Scott's shirt, or Cammie's shrine. I want all of this for all of us. I think you do too. If you're able to give this season, please consider doing so. Thank you.
Thank you, Bis. Another way that we support our mission and ministries is by making an offering each week. We give out of our own so that together we might build a better world. If you are visiting with us today, please allow the plate to pass you by. You are our guests. You can give in several ways. You can give online or by texting your contribution using the instructions that will be showing on the screen during the offering. Or if you are here in person, by placing an offering in the basket the ushers are about to pass. Here in the sanctuary, the ushers will now collect our offering. All blessings on your gifts, and all blessings on you as givers. Our reading today is a quote from Maria Popova. There is no greater remedy for helplessness than helping someone else. No greater salve for sorrow than according gladness to another. What makes life livable despite the cruelties of chance, the accident, the wildfire, the random intracellular mutation, are these little acts of mercy, of tenderness, the small clear voice rising over the cacophony of the quarrelsome, over the complaint choir of the cynics, to insist again and again that the world is beautiful and full of kindness.
This is the time in our service when we center ourselves together. Today, I invite you to settle in for a meditation on loving kindness. I invite you to find a comfortable position. Close your eyes if you wish. And then simply breathe. Focus yourself, center yourself on your breathing. And as we breathe together, I invite you to bring into your imagination an image of yourself. And holding yourself in your thoughts, send this intention. May I be well. May I experience loving kindness. May I dwell in peace and beauty. Breathing in and out. I now invite you to expand your imagination and bring to mind this entire religious community. All of us, whether in virtual space or in person, and holding this, your religious community, in your thoughts. Join me in sending us this intention. May we be well. May we experience loving kindness. May we dwell in peace and beauty. I invite you now to expand your image even further and bring to mind our surrounding community and then our entire city, our state, our nation, our world. All beings with whom we coexist. And with our imagination expanded in this way, join me in sending this intent. May all be well. May all experience loving kindness. May all dwell in peace and beauty. Now, dwelling in that peace and beauty, we enter into a time of music and continued sacred quiet together, all the while remembering we also hold sacred human sounds, including those of small children. As we enter this time of music and quiet meditation, I invite you to keep in your mind and heart members of our community who are ill or in sorrow, as well as those who are celebrating joy. Today, we especially hold in our hearts so many who are suffering as we approach both the high holy days of Judaism and the anniversary of the attacks in Israel on October 7th, 2023, the subsequent decimation of life and human dignity in Gaza. May love prevail. Continuing the meditative quiet as our music plays, let us hold the meditative quiet throughout, including when our music comes to an end.
Still glaring from the city lights into paradise I soared, unable to come down for reasons I'd ignored. Total confusion, new things I'm knowing. I'm standing on the shoreline. It's so fine out there, leaving where the wind blowing, but love takes care. Know me, show me, show me. New things I'm knowing. Wind blowing through my sails, it feels like I'm gone, leaving with the wind blowing through my sails.
Now we light one more candle for all those for whom there is no one to light a candle. During what turned out to be the last time my late spouse Wayne was in the hospital, I left work here at the church one day and went up to visit with him in his room. I got there only to encounter him chastising a nurse over the fact that he was in one of those hospital beds with the rails on the sides and this alarm that would go off really loudly if he tried to get up on his own and go to the bathroom or something like that. He was feeling terribly, so understandably was not being exactly very nice, expressing himself in no uncertain terms, some of which I can't use here in the sacred space of our sanctuary today. His nurse kept a little smile on her face, listening to him until he seemed to have finished, and then said, "I understand. I've been in one of those beds myself, and I still can't let you get up on your own because you are at a high risk for falling, and I would be at a high risk for losing my license." So then Wayne tried pulling rank, informing her that he was a doctor and would be speaking with his hospital physicians and telling them that he didn't think the alarmed bed was really necessary. Still smiling slightly, she informed him that he could go right ahead, that in her experience, she knew more about bedside care than the doctors did, and that she was pretty sure they wouldn't remove the order for the alarm bed unless she thought it was okay, which she didn't because she didn't want him to hurt himself and make himself feel even worse. So then Wayne said he was going to demand a different nurse. To which she once again said, "You can go right ahead. All of the nurses will tell you the same thing, and by the way, she supervised the other nurses." Well, finally, he threatened to intentionally set the bed alarm off all day and all night until it drove them crazy and they let him get up on his own. She again replied, "Go right ahead. There are more of us, and we will outlast you. And if we have to, we'll get out the bed restraints." Well, Wayne couldn't help himself. He giggled a little at the fact that she wasn't backing down and that she knew it was never going to get to that point. She saw that giggle too and said, "So don't make me spank you." Well, the next time I visited the hospital when that nurse was on duty, they had become the biggest of buddies. On the day that he was released from the hospital so I could take him home, she insisted on being the one to take him down to our car. They hugged and wished each other well as she helped him out of a wheelchair and into our car to go home. The spiritual theme we're exploring this month in our religious education classes and small group ministries is cultivating compassion. Now, we're putting a link in each Friday newsletter to a terrific packet of information on our monthly theme in case you want to delve into it even further. And as you may have noticed in our call to worship we read together earlier, compassion is one of this church's religious values. We describe compassion as to treat ourselves and others with love. I love that because it turns our value of compassion into an action, something we actually have to do. Compassion, then, is really about living love. That sounds familiar. The agape love, the fierce love, the divine love for humanity and all that is that we've been talking about so much here in the church. Now, today I want to concentrate mostly on that part about self-compassion, treating ourselves with love. I focus on self-compassion not because our compassion for others in our world isn't vital. Indeed, it is needed now more than ever. I focus on it because until we learn to love ourselves fully, we cannot love our world fully. Self-compassion is how we sustain our passion for justice. We have to put on our own oxygen mask first. Acting with compassion toward ourselves is spiritual practice for offering compassion to others, even those whom we find difficult or with whom we might disagree. I began with that story about Wayne's nurse because she so beautifully demonstrated an essential way we practice self-compassion, treat ourselves with love. She set a clear boundary. She said no to him getting out of that hospital bed on his own. She said yes to protecting her own license and yes to providing the best care to him that she possibly could, with some limits around approaching things with a sense of equality, equanimity, and even humor between them. Having such a clear boundary let her empathize with how, having been sick for so long, he couldn't be at his best or sweetest, and it allowed her to understand how he might be feeling angry over such a loss of personal agency. By setting a boundary that was compassionate for herself, it allowed her to treat him with love rather than resentment over his words. And in doing so, she opened up this sense of spaciousness within which a beautiful new relationship between them could emerge. Researcher and author Dr. Brené Brown says, compassionate people ask for what they need. They say no when they need to, and when they say yes, they mean it. See? They're compassionate because their boundaries keep them out of resentment. Practicing self-compassion begins with setting firm, clear boundaries, knowing what is important to us and what really is not, claiming our own needs and desires while knowing the difference between the two and releasing everything else, being aware of that to which we must say no, and just as importantly, that to which we can joyfully say yes. Once our boundaries are clear, it leaves open an amazing remaining spaciousness within which our compassion for others can be boundless. Now, in addition to setting boundaries, here are a few other practices for self-compassion. The first of them is to speak to ourselves as we would to a close friend. Most of us wouldn't say to a friend or loved one who was experiencing a challenging life situation, well, that's because you're a screw-up and it's all your fault, you should be ashamed. Why do we so often say something much like this to ourselves? Can we instead offer ourselves the comfort and support we would to a good friend? Next, embrace and offer compassion to our whole selves, including the parts of ourselves of which we may not be so proud or like so much, even if that's a past self. After all, we are each an ever-evolving process, so we never really leave behind who we used to be entirely. Now, here is an example of how I had to do this during my formation as a Unitarian Universalist minister. I was raised in a fundamentalist Southern Baptist church as a young child. Later, I rejected that religious belief system into which I had even been baptized. I rejected it because its tenets seemed, well, untenable to me. The problem was, for many years, I also rejected all spirituality along with it because I had felt hurt by that religion. So, for a hot minute after I became a Unitarian Universalist. When someone would ask me about my faith, my religion, it would go something like this. So, Unitarian Universalist. Never heard of that. Is that a real religion? To which I would reply something like, well, yes, but we're based heavily in science and reason and don't believe in a lot of hocus-pocus supernatural stuff. Hell, we don't even believe in hell. And then they would usually say, really? Then how do you get people to give money? Our religious self, our spiritual self, can't only be about what we're not anymore. To fully become a UU minister, I had to forgive and direct compassion toward that little boy who had gotten baptized in the Baptist church because he wanted to belong so much, and who after that then had to process having felt hurt by religion once he finally found a religion where he does belong. I had to reclaim that little guy and his baptism within holiness for myself. Next, the science shows that engaging in spiritual practices such as prayer or meditation, especially the meta-meditation we did together earlier, grounds us in the present moment and gives us a sense of our vast interconnectedness with one another and all that is. And this sense of that interconnectedness is so necessary for us to direct compassion and forgiveness toward both ourselves and others. Buddhist activist, scholar, and author Joanna Macy says, you need that wisdom, that insight into the mutual belonging of everything that is interwoven as it is in the web of life. And when you have that, you see, you know that this is not a war between the good guys and the bad guys, but that the line between good and evil runs through the landscape of every human heart. And we are so interwoven in the web of life that even the smallest act with clear intention has repercussions through that web that we can barely see. Well, finally, maintaining an awareness that there is this really cool synergy between self-compassion and practicing compassion more generally can help keep us focused. Self-compassion generates compassion for others, as we've been discussing. Acting compassionately towards others benefits us in multiple ways and nourishes our own love of self. As our reading earlier said, there is no greater remedy for helplessness than helping someone else, no greater salve for sorrow than according gladness to another. Research indicates that benefits from practicing compassion include psychological and relational benefits, reduced stress and anxiety, emotional resilience, increased life satisfaction, greater feelings of self-worth, less depression, deeper and more authentic relationships. Physical benefits have also been found: lower blood pressure, reductions in chronic disease, improved immune function, quicker recovery from illness, and increased longevity. In the realm of psychological benefits, a recent New York Times article detailed how setting a self-compassionate boundary around our busyness, which we can so easily think is a sign of our worth, saying no to some of the demands on our time, can allow for the rest, relaxation, and contemplation that frees up space for vastly increased creativity and innovation. We're taught to feel selfish and guilty about saying no, and yet sometimes we do more creative good through saying no. Other research has found that this one self-compassionate boundary, setting limits on our own time, has myriad mental and physical health benefits, and it opens up that spaciousness within us in which we're far more able to notice the needs and suffering of others and ourselves, and are thus far more likely to act with compassion. And in that same vein, there is even research that says when we act on compassion often enough, it actually rewires our brains, creates this neuroplasticity through which we become more empathetic and even more prone to being compassionate. Since I'm reclaiming that with self-compassion, that little religious guy who got baptized all those years ago, I'm going to think of that as a God-given compassion feedback loop. Setting boundaries. Speaking to ourselves as we would to a close friend. Embracing our whole selves with love. Engaging in spiritual practices, remaining mindful of the interdependent nature of self-compassion and compassion for all. My beloveds, if you hear nothing else today, hear this. Self-compassion is a sacred act. We cannot truly treat others with love until we treat ourselves with love. When we treat ourselves with love, we find we must treat others with love. If God is an ocean of fierce love that flows through our universe, then this sacred act is how we manifest God within us, among us, and beyond us. Hallelujah.
So please rise in either body or spirit and let us sing together hymn number 1021 from the Teal hymnal, Lean on Me.
We all
Please join me in the words by which we extinguish our chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we hold in our hearts until we are together again.
For our benediction today, I invite you to again find a comfortable position, take a deep breath, and then repeat after me. May I experience loving kindness. May I experience loving kindness. May we experience loving kindness. May we experience loving kindness. May all experience loving kindness. May all experience loving kindness. All blessings on each of you. Much love. Go in peace.